What's going on, guys? Welcome back. In order for us to know the realities of trading, I've purchased this FUNDEDNEXT account, which we are going to be trading from now on, and we are going to pass this challenge account this month and trade it the following month to get a payout from it. So, in order for me to demonstrate to you the realities of trading, that's why I've gotten this account, so that we all know the ups and downs of trading the forex market. So this account, yeah, as you can see, is a $5,000 account, and I started trading this account last week. So we are going to review some of the trades that I took, which has brought my account's balance down to 0.97%. So I'm currently in a drawdown. So we are going to go through the trades that I took over the course of last week and this week, so that going forward, I will review to you every little trade that we take on this account. So quickly, let's go to the our trading history and see the first trade. So as you can see here, on the 8th of October 2024, we took our first trade on CAD JPY. So let me take you through the chart and show you exactly my thought process going into this trade and how I ended up losing that trade. So here on CAD JPY, on the daily time frame, as you can see, we had a very strong push down here, creating this low. But something which happened here is the previous low, major low, price couldn't close and sustain below that low, and we had a push up. Okay, this gives us indication that price can come high. Okay, so if I was to be in the market here, I would have looked for a buy entries to take price higher, but no, we were in there. So here we saw price creating an M pattern, and when an M pattern occurs, we expect price to continue on the downtrend to create a new low. But we didn't get that happening on this chart. We saw the price push a little down here, and then it failed, pushing above the previous high. Gives us indication that we are going to head upwards anytime that we come to retest the previous low. So quickly, let me go to the 1 hour time frame and let's see what we had. So on the 1 hour time frame, let me unhide my drawings so that we can see exactly what. So this is a double top which price broke through, and then we have this push upward. So when I saw that price came back down here, I was anticipating that we might head upwards. Okay, so I was looking for a buy entry. So on the 15 minutes time frame, this is what happened. On the 15 minutes time frame, though price was bearish, creating lower lows and lower highs, this was the last structure that price created. So ideally, to enter a buy trade, we should wait for price to break above this lower high area. Okay, but because I was looking for a buy entry, I wanted to catch that buy at very low price to take price higher. So when we monitor how price pulled back, how price was pulling back, we'll see something very interesting. So price, after creating a series of higher highs and higher lows, it went ahead and took liquidity. Sorry, let me clean this one. So price, after creating a series of higher highs and higher lows, okay, we saw that price took liquidity of the previous low right here, and then it created a higher high again, giving us indication that price has rejected this level and will not come back down here. Okay, so I waited for price to come down to this order block, right here, and I placed my buy entry. So that's why price rejected a little, that's why the entry is right here. So I placed my buy entry right here, expecting price to move up, if not all the way to this level, just at this high. Okay, but what we saw happening was price, after making the first push, came back down, and I saw that, let me push the price here. it came back down and it was rejecting, though it kept on making lower lows and lower highs. So I panicked right here and closed out my trade, and that resulted in our first loss. I closed out the trade. If I had left this trade to run, we would have been in profit. Okay, we would have been in profit. So that was it. I closed out my trade right somewhere right here, and that was the first loss. And every time I take a trade, I risk 0.5% on this account. Yeah, so that's it. It ended up losing. Yeah, if I remember correctly, I miscalculated the loss size and I was going to lose more than the 0.5%. That's why I ended up closing this trade. Okay, so I think the total of it was about 0.56% of the account. That's where this trade ended me. So the next trade that I took was a sell on AUD USD on the next day. That was the 9th of October 2024. So let's see how that one too came about. On AUD USD, let's see, it was a sell, okay, on the 9th. So as you can see, this is the 9th of October. So let's go right into the trade. So on the 15 minutes time frame, as you can see, price has been creating a series of lower lows and lower highs. Okay, price has been creating a series of lower lows and lower highs. So we had this trade. Okay, price took liquidity of this high. Let me go down to the 15 minutes, which will be a lot clearer. Okay, yeah. So as you can see, price took liquidity of this high, okay, and then it broke structure to the downside. So it gives us indication that this is a strong zone to sell from. So when price came here, I went down on the I think 1 minute time frame to look for a sell right here. So I took this trade right at this price. If we can look at it in the trade history, you can see that the opening price was 67.37.5. okay, so 67.37.5, so somewhere right here, 67.7, yeah, somewhere right here. I took the trade and then we saw some massive drop down. Okay, my take profit for all these trades is 1:3 raised to reward. So price came very near to my take profit, okay, and we saw some rejections. Okay, we saw some rejections, but since I know price was heading downwards, I didn't close out my trade. And this trade, I didn't take this one. This was another trade that I was monitoring, but I wasn't in the market to take it. So when price pulled back and then was heading down again, I saw it correcting itself. Okay, so if you know your candlesticks very well, you know that it was coming down correctively, and then every low that the price pushes, it doesn't make any significant low. So it gave me indication that price might reverse backwards. Okay, might reverse upwards, and that would take a whole lot of my trade. So I closed this trade somewhere around here. If I should look at it, the closing price was 0.67219, 0.67219. So 0.67, if you can look at the price right here, okay, 0.67219, yeah, I think somewhere here. Close out my trade, yeah, exactly at this price. Okay, and we saw the price came back up. Okay, so it would have come right back to our entry. So that was the trade. And then we saw something interesting. Since we are looking for the downwards momentum, I ended up taking another trade here on the next day, on the 10th. So as you can see, this is the 10th of October 2024, AUD USD, and I sold this market from the opening price of 67.37. So when you look at the chart, yeah, this is exactly 67.37. I think it was about 67.37, somewhere here. Okay, so I took this trade right here because we were in a downwards momentum, though we are heading to an area of interest that I will look for buys, but we haven't reached there, so I knew price would come down. Okay, so I took this trade right from here and then tried to bring it down, but something very interesting happened here. There was a CPI news that came in at 12:30. That's New York section. So as soon as price opened, price shot up, came below my take profit area. Didn't trigger my take profit. Yeah, it didn't trigger my take profit, and price reversed back on me. So this I took up this situation with my FUNDEDNEXT guys. Yeah, I took it up with them, and you can see I think I have some of the letters. Yeah, as you can see right here. Let it open. Let's see. Yeah, this is the email I sent to them. I'd like to know exactly what happened on the challenge that I took. Yeah, I gave them the details because price went directly to my take profits, but it didn't close me out. So I sent them an email and they responded after a lot of back and forth. They responded that because there was a news, price didn't move in the normal sequence, that like 1 2 3, it didn't move like that, but it moved right from 10 to 20, so it's hit my take profit area. That's the explanation. So it is what it is. I'm cool with it, but it was very bad thing that they've done, because if I had won this, we would have been very up in our challenge, but it is what it is. So I ended up closing up this trade, I think somewhere here, because I didn't see the need to hold this trade any longer, and it was a Thursday, if I remember correctly, Thursday. So I closed up this trade right here that ended up giving us a few, I think about $24 or so. So that was it for that trade, and we came back on that same 10th. Okay, on that same time we saw another trade on CAD JPY, so I took a buy on CAD JPY. So let's see how that one too went. So on the 10th, if I'm zoom out, okay, because CAD JPY, we are expecting a bullish momentum from that well-respected area. I took this buy right here, okay, because I saw that price was creating a series of higher highs and higher lows, higher highs. So I was expecting price to respect this higher low area, okay, a very strong consolidated area below a liquidity point. So price came down, gave small reaction, and then hit my stop loss. So that led me to lose, I think I was down about 1.5% on the account. Okay, and then we saw another trade, and that we took the next trade was on that same CAD JPY, and something very interesting happened here. The first trade I took on the account for the buy, I miscalculated this lot size, so I entered with 0.3 lot size instead of 0.03. okay, I was entering it with 5 positions, so I took 0.3. So as soon as I realized the mistake, I closed out of the trade. That ended up me losing 0.5% on the account on the first trade, okay, and losing another 0.5 on the corrected account. That was very funny. Yeah, but that's what actually happened. So I lost 1% on the CAD JPY trade. Okay, so that was it for that and then we came back again on AUD USD. AUD USD, we sold that market again. So let's see how that one too went about. On AUD USD, I think there's it. Yeah, there's that trade. So since I was looking to take the market down, I also saw this nice setup and I entered this trade, and it ended up hitting 1:2 risk to reward. So that was the profit that you saw here. That was $22. Okay, so that was it. And on the 11th too, we had another trade. On the 11th, we had another trade on, I think it was AUD USD. Yeah, and that one ended in a loss. So let's see how that one too went about. AUD USD. Whoa. AUD USD on the 11th. Oh, I think there is a trade. So this was the trade. I think it didn't take out my take profit, but ended up in a loss. So I think that's a trade. Okay, that's a trade. So that one too ended in a loss. And I took a buy on gold, it also ended in a loss. Another trade on CAD JPY, which also ended up in a loss. So last week I was missing two of my strategies. That led me to losing that much. Okay, so this was the first loss, and I think I took another buy entry somewhere here, and also ended me a loss. So that was it. And then on the 16th, okay, on the 16th, which is today, yeah, today's trade, I've also taken a trade, as you can see here, on Euro USD. I've taken one trade on Euro USD, which ended up hitting my take profits, and another trade on gold, which I literally break even on that trade because it's outside the market session and they're very low volatility. So let's see the Euro USD trade, which I took this afternoon. Yeah, this afternoon. So as you can see, Euro USD has been trending very bearish. Okay, it has been trending very bearish, and then we have been selling this market since I can last remember. So this became a point of interest for me to sell this market. So I waited for price to pull above our liquidity zone. Okay, this was a previous high on the 15 minutes time frame, which we expected price to pull above it. Okay, and this was a 1 hour point of interest. If you go up to the 1 hour time frame, we can see this order block. Okay, this order block, which also formed part of an order flow. So we were expecting price to react here. So when price came back there on the 5 minutes, okay, on the 5 minutes, very interesting, I saw that price, after pushing above the liquidity area, we saw this push above, came down, and then it grabbed liquidity of this high, and then price melts to this point. Okay, so I put in a sell order, a sell limit, because price has taken liquidity above the inducement area and has taken liquidity above this little structure here. So there was no point for price to go above that area. So the entry was right here, stop loss above, and I was targeting a 1:3, just like I'm taking on this challenge, the 1:3. So price, this was a very fast trade. Within about an hour or two, we were done with this trade, and then price hit the take profit area and went ahead to even go further. I think if we targeted 1:5, we would have been hit on this trade, but that's our rule. We have to take 1:3 risk to reward. So we ended up getting that profit, and now it brought our accounts back to minus 1%. Okay, we were down about -2 or so, but now we are back to minus 1%. And then this gold trade is what I took just this evening. I was looking for a sell on gold. Okay, so this was my plan. Though gold is very bullish, when you look at the 4-hour time frame and the daily time frame, we are heading upwards, and price rejected from the previous high. Okay, rejected from the previous high, and as you can see in this right side of the price action, on the 4-hour, price after creating high, we are moving in a higher high direction. So we are at a point of higher high on this 4-hour structure, and then this 4-hour candle rejected. Okay, the 4-hour candle rejected price, so we can expect price to come down to probably this low before we can head back up again. And we also have some demand areas which we can anticipate price to come to. Okay, so I was very cautious in taking this trade. I'm very cautious because we are in a very strong bullish trend on all time frames, so very cautious. So this one ended up happening once price took liquidity of this high. I had wanted to enter right here, but I needed to wait for further price action. That's why I've drawn this one here. So this is the price action that I was looking for on the 5 minutes time frame. Okay, I was looking for this price action for price to create a high and begin creating a series of lower lows and lower highs, a bearish trend. And I'm expecting price to take a liquidity of the previous high and close, and then I will enter this market. But looking at what we have here, this structure has never happened. So initially, when price broke down, I entered the trade right here. Okay, and then we had some small push, and then price started consolidating. But because we were outside um, the liquidity area, okay, or we are outside the trading sections where we can expect more volume, I had to close this trade up because it would have been hectic to stand in this trade, and price would be moving up and down without making any headway. As you can see, this was 19:05, so I ended market somewhere right here, 19 o'clock, and now getting 2 hours now, still price is still where it is. So it was a good decision for me to get out of that trade. So it ended up giving me a little loss of about $4, a loss of $4, which is very little. So now the account is standing at a balance of $4,950, and that is just about 1% loss on the account. So as you can see, the analytics of the trades that I've taken so far, we are currently in a drawdown. We are currently in a drawdown, and we've taken 26 trades. But if you are to count them really by the positions that I entered, I think it's less than 26. I've taken about 6 trades in total, but I enter each trade with multiple positions. That's why they are giving us a total of 26 trades. So our average average risk to reward is 1:1.3, which is bad. I'm targeting 1:3 risk to reward, but because of some bad trades that I've taken, we are having 1:1.8. Okay, so our win rate currently is 30%, which means when you take 10 trades, we've won 3 and we've lost 7. Yeah, 7, which is very low. I know my win rate is very high. I think about 60%, if not 70. So it means I'm doing something wrong and I'm not following my plan, which in the future I'll be taking a very good or a very keen interest in building this win rate up. Okay, so that's it, and our account, as I said, is standing at a drawdown of 0 point, I think 9 something. It's just 1% drawdown, and we are passing this challenge account to this month. Sorry, this month we are passing this challenge account. So stay tuned. I'll be updating you with all the trades that I'm taking, and I'm having challenge with my laptop. I think I need to change the memory. That's why I'll not be editing this video, but in the subsequent ones I'll try and edit it, and you'll have a very nice time trading and making some money here. So thank you for watching this video. We'll come again and update you on the progress of this account. See you soon.